Yes, people, welcome back to the Red Zone. I'm AJ, and this is all your Manchester United sports, entertainment, and news updates. This is a reaction video to Cristiano Ronaldo's interview that he did with Piers Morgan. We're going to talk about some of the points. We're going to discuss what he was saying. We're going to give our opinion on it, what it means going forward. So yeah, hopefully you let us know what you thought of the interview as well and give us your opinion. But yeah, let's get into it. So we got wind of this interview that was going to take place a few days ago. We also got some leaks from Piers himself on certain things that were said, certain quotes, little clips. And to be honest, as a United fan, you was kind of dreading what was going to come out in there, to be fair. But, you know, it is what it is. Ronaldo's thought he had to say this, get this off his chest, let everyone know what's going on. Yeah, it's a bit of a mad one, really. I was telling someone the other day who's not a Man United fan, not really a football fan. I was saying it's hard to explain, but obviously even he knew what was going on because it's just global news. And I was saying it's a bit hard because on one sense you're kind of against someone coming out talking about the club, about the manager and that. But in the same sense, he's such a legend. He's done so much for the game. He won so much with us. It's kind of a sticky one because you want to kind of be on his side. You know what I mean? But you know you have to take it for face value and you have to just roll with it and make your own opinion on it. Yeah, he says he was one of the first points. He was close to joining City. We do know that to be true because Pep Guardiola's come out and said they tried hard to make it happen, but it couldn't happen. This is partly because of what Cristiano was saying in the interview, that it was like 72 hours away from basically happening. And then he got the call from United, probably Jorge Mendes got the call. He also spoke with Sir Alex Ferguson, who basically told him he can't go to City, that's a no-go. I rate him for that. But yeah, Ronaldo said he made the decision with his heart and chose to come back to United because he loves United, he loves the fans, he loves Sir Alex. Yeah, so it was one of them, and he said he didn't regret the decision at the time, which we all loved. Yeah, like I says, he loves the fans, he loves the club. He made sure to say that a number of times, and I think that kind of ties in with he wants to get people on his side for this video. It weren't so much a sympathy video, but it kind of was a little sympathy video. Do you know what I mean? He wants people to feel for his situation, certain things that have happened, rightly so. But his situation in the football, like it's not really. It doesn't really make sense. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look what else we've got. He spoke about the infrastructure. He basically said that it hasn't moved on since Sir Alex Ferguson left. He even mentioned David Gill, which we know David Gill and Sir Alex Ferguson were like the dream team in football back in the day. He used to make everything happen. Yeah, he's just saying it hasn't moved on in terms of the training facilities, even the nutrition, transfer windows, managers. He's basically saying what we all know and what we've all known for the past few years with the Glazers in charge. It's a load of bullshit. We've got dickheads who run the club who don't know nothing about football. We've got people negotiating transfers who fucking can't negotiate to save their life. Old Trafford's been falling to pieces for years, paint flipping, stripping off, rat infestations. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So he's not telling us anything we don't know, especially when you look at other clubs like City, what City have been doing with their complex and around the city. Spurs' new ground, their facilities. Do you know what I mean? Like clubs like that. Plus he's been at Real Madrid, he's been at Juventus. These have got some top quality facilities. So he understands that they've basically stood still, but we knew that, so that's just anything, do you know what I mean? He don't get no extra props for saying that, apart from saying it while he's under contract, but we all know why he's saying this, and that's to get out of that contract, so it's not really no extra props for me for that. Yeah, he also said that he tried to talk to certain people, not mentioning names, but maybe people higher up on how to improve, and they basically just brushed him off, didn't want to know. It's one of them, and it's like, do you really want to listen to your employee tell you how you should be doing your job? They're not going to have it, even though Ronaldo's right. But with the dickheads we've got their own seat, they just take their pride first, you know what I mean? Yeah, he goes on to talk about, obviously, like we said, the manager's wrong appointment, that how much he loves Ali. Ali should have been given more time. Yeah, so you kind of see the conflict there, because he's obviously saying that because he knows Ali and he likes Ali. But we all know as United fans how much of a legend Ali is. He scored that goal, whatever, yeah. But as a manager, he was shit. No tactics, nothing. Can't counter anything that's going on in a game. It was just go out there and have fun, lads. Like, I like that when you're playing under 10s or under 11s, make the kids get them going more. Just say go out there, have fun, whatever. But this is top flight football. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to have some plan, some idea on how you're going to play the game. And Ali didn't have that, so I have to call Ronaldo bullshit on that one. Do you know what I mean? Rangnick, he says he'd never heard of Rangnick. That's bullshit as well. Everyone in fucking the world, anyone who studies football, watches a lot of football, reads a lot about football in the news, they know who Ralph Rangnick is. And Piers Morgan says, oh, no, I didn't even hear of him as well. This is a prick. Some fake Arsenal fan who basically just doing this for his own good, basically. Do you know what I mean? Never mind him having a snigger at United under his breath because of what's going on. But yeah, so I'm not having that. What else have we got on here? He spoke about the young players, basically saying the whole mentality is different nowadays. They don't want to listen or take advice. If you do try and teach them something, it goes in one ear and out the other. This is a mad one, because I kind of hear him on it, you know. You kind of see it with like these youth players nowadays. They're already multi-millionaires before they even take to the pitch. So do you think they're really going to want to take advice? Unless you're the proper dedicated ones who are thinking, yeah, I want to learn and listen and take in what he's got to say. But a lot of them don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Jump in the Lamborghini Jeep after training, go home, do whatever, don't give a fuck. It's what a lot of them's like. He even says he's not specifically talking about Man United players, this world in general. And we see this in the world in general now. The youth, them getting things too easy. They don't have the stresses and the pressures of what the previous generations had. You know what I mean? We even heard a little bit of this a few months back, I think it was, when it was rumoured to be Rashford as well, that he had the falling out with, and it was supposed to be over these sorts of things. Do you know what I mean? But I kind of hear him on that one. Got something in my eye, sorry. Next, what does he talk about? He did big up a few players though. Well, he did mention 3 players. He did say he can't talk about anyone out of the club, but what he sees, Delo, he bigged up Delo for his work ethic, how professional he is, that he's going to have longevity in the game. He also bigged up Licha. He also bigged up Casemiro because he's in his 30s and he's going strong. But yeah, what you take from that is not really mentioning no one else. I didn't hear a Bruno's name in there. I didn't hear a Rashford's name in there. So you take from that what you take from that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to stir the pot or anything, but he obviously doesn't see a lot of players at United with the right mentality. Yeah, he did. We'll touch on this partner actually. We'll speak about both of it. It's not really a joke thing, is it? He spoke about the loss of his son, Angel, which obviously is devastating. Any parent that loses a child, you know what I'm saying? Condolences. He spoke about how hard that was. He also spoke about coming back, the Liverpool game, where Liverpool fans sang "You'll Never Walk Alone" in the 7th minute. To be fair, I was watching that game live and it even stunned me and touched me, do you know what I mean? Some emotional shit like. Yeah, then he spoke about the surviving twin, his daughter Bella. They had complications in the pre-season. She had bronchitis, that's why he didn't come to pre-season. And I understand, and I'm with him on this, because we were over here and we were reading about it every day, listening to videos, people talking about it every day, saying, oh, he don't want to come back, he's trying to force a move, this and that, it's unprofessional. He kind of should have known this, because a man who's been top flight for 20 years, who's always been professional, always setting examples, so you kind of knew that there must have been something going on. And we find this out now, and he's saying he felt hurt and let down. He even said he spoke to the United directors and he said they believed him, but they kind of didn't believe him. And I understand where he's coming from. You can speak to someone and they'll be like, yeah, okay, but really, you know, they think you're chatting shit, but you're not chatting shit, so it pisses you off. So yeah, that was a bit of that's some emotional shit, do you know what I mean? And you can only stand with him on that and be with him on that. That family always comes first, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he went on to talk about some petty shit as well with Wayne Rooney and Gary Neville. But the Rooney thing, and unless I didn't see the full thing from Rooney, I'm pretty sure Rooney was only saying stuff like, do you know what I mean? He's coming to the end of his career. He's probably not going to play as long. He doesn't want to stick around and be a distraction, unwanted distraction. That's fucking true. He is coming to the end of his career. He's not the player he was. And obviously people are always going to talk about him because of how much of a megastar he is. So that's unwanted attention when we want the club to progress and push forward. So the retaliation on that, and where he starts talking about he's better looking than Rooney, like, it's fucking common sense, but it's petty, do you know what I mean? And these are the sort of things what don't help him with me when it comes to getting on his side, do you know what I'm saying? He went on to say he's got no respect for the manager, Ten Hag. He don't think Ten Hag's got respect for him, or got the level of respect for him that he should have, what he's earned. Basically called him a liar, say he says one thing to the press, then another thing when it comes to behind closed doors or on the game. For example, when we were losing 6-3 against City and he didn't bring him on, and he said, Ten Hag says he didn't do it out of respect for him. And then he mentioned the Tottenham game, we were winning 2-0, and he refused to come on for 3 minutes. And he's saying like he's too good to play 3 minutes. Like that, I'm not with him on that. That's pretty bullshit. And I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm on Ronaldo's side with this. How can he say one thing in the City game and one thing in the Tottenham game?" Probably because they're two fucking different games, and there were two fucking different results in the game. Do you know what I'm saying? 6-3. He ain't coming on and scoring 4 goals. We ain't gonna fucking beat City 7-6. So what you bringing him on for? To have a couple of touches of the ball and to have City fans take the piss out of him for getting smashed? Like, no. But Tottenham, we were 2-0 up, comfortable at the end. We were going to win the game. Why not give him a run out, let him come out and see the fans get a few touches? So I think he's kind of took that one, he's read that one wrong, do you know what I mean? And took the wrong thing from it. So I don't agree, I'm with Ten Hag on that one. Anyone else who wants to say, oh, how can he do that? They're fucking idiots. Like, 2 different games, 2 different results. Anyone who played football would know I wouldn't want to come on if I was getting smashed 6-3. What's the point? But 2-0 up, if you're coming back, you can ease back in, do you know what I'm saying? Appreciate the fans, appreciate the performance, and it is what it is. What else have we got on here? He turned down a 350 million deal from Saudi Arabia. That was because he wanted to stay at United. I'm pretty sure that's truth. So you have to rate him for that, because he obviously wanted and wants to stay at United. He don't want to go, but he wants to stay at United that's successful, that's aiming to be successful, where he's respected at. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's conflicting. We're United fans, but we love Ronaldo. So it's one of them. You can't. It's not really a choice between the two, I don't think. I think you have to just say it's best for both to separate, but you still have to rate Ronaldo as much as, you know what I'm saying. But United's our club. What else have we got? Yeah, we all know about the Glazers. He spoke about them, say they don't care. We know this. It's just more stuff to get the fans on his side. But at least a player who's under contract having the balls to speak about them, because they're no good for our fucking club. Do you know what I mean? What else was there to talk about? Yeah, he mentioned that he don't know what the future holds for him at United. He can't rule anything out. He did say maybe it's best for both parties to separate, but if he's needed, he'll be there. And I believe that because he's professional, but he probably wanted to set the record straight. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, but he said if the separation does take place, obviously he big up the fans again. Said they'll always be in his heart. He loves the club. Of course, he loves the club. Do you know what I mean? We all know this, so it's just one of them. And the last thing we'll touch on, not really to do with United, but he did speak about Lionel Messi, how he's a magic player, great person, role model, all those sorts of things. It was nice to hear him talk about him like that. You know, it's kind of like a end of era conversation. And he did say that yes, he will get together and have a dinner with him when they both retire. And like that's like fucking that's mad shit. Do you know what I mean? You'd love to be a fly on the wall in that conversation, but we'll probably get some pics from it when it eventually happens, and it'll be good. Do you know what I mean? Um, yeah, so that's about that for the interview. You'll have to let us know what your opinions of it are. Are you leaning more towards Ronaldo, United, even though we don't like to say that, but it's going to happen. These shits divide people, do you know what I mean? But all we can say is there's nothing wrong. You're a United fan and you love Ronaldo, but it's best if the two separate. That's what we take from it, you know what I'm saying? Before we go, because we're recording this the day after the second part of the interview because we wanted to take it all in and then divulge everything on it. United have now released a statement, and the statement reads: Manchester United have initiated appropriate steps in response to Cristiano's recent media interview. Take of that what you take of it again. To us, that kind of means they're taking steps to get his contract ripped up, null and void the rest of his payments, get him out of the club. Is that the right decision for them to take as a club? You probably have to say yes, because he shouldn't have done the interview, but like we say, we're not going to grill him too much. So we're going to have to wait to see what happens. So that's about that for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give us a like, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you know when we upload videos. Don't forget to check out our Instagram, which is down the bottom of the page now as well. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.